It's very windy today. Go right back here on this bench. Right here. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. And now I'm going to flip the camera around so that I can talk to you. Hi everybody. I hope your day is going well. I hope it is a beautiful day wherever you are watching from. It's a beautiful day here in Indiana. It's a very, very beautiful day. And thank you for the hearts. So we were doing the Hearts Beyond the Charts challenge. As I explained earlier, beyond the charts means that charts go up and up and up. The lines on charts go up and up and up. So the more hearts we get, the better. And thank you so much. This shows, the hearts show me that I am doing a good job and that I am teaching you new things and you are learning and enjoying the lessons. I will apologize ahead of time before it happens. If the squirrel comes too close, I usually run away because they can bite sometimes. They can be mean. So if you hear me run or you see me run, it's because the squirrel got too close. I don't like when the squirrel gets too close. So I hope yesterday the lesson helped you. I hope the lesson was very interesting. I taught you accelerate, the word accelerate yesterday. And this is a word that will be on the TOEFL exam or the IELTS exam, or a word that you will hear in college or in your career in the future. It's a common word. And thank you. I got the comment, I'm crazy. I'm crazy sometimes. I'm very crazy sometimes. AJ's crazier sometimes. He looks like The Mask, the famous movie The Mask with Jim Carrey. We always laugh. AJ looks like The Mask. So, I am going to do a new lesson, so I hope that you are using the word accelerate, that you have used it, you used it yesterday or you used it today, and continue using the word accelerate, write it down, and remember it means to move quickly or to move very fast. So you can take an accelerated English course, and you will move very quickly and learn English very quickly. So for today's lesson, I have a new word. I have a new word to add to your vocabulary and that you can use today. And my word is consensus. My word is consensus. Now, before I get started, I got one question I want to answer. It said, did I go to the gym today? I said that I have been lazy in the past lessons. There's a problem with the connection. Hold on. I will go inside. It's easier to hear me inside. I will go inside so everyone can hear me before we learn consensus. Get away from the squirrel. The squirrel is coming after me. Ah! I'm going to go inside so everyone can hear me. Going inside. Hi, puppies. These are my dogs. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Lola. I'm going to run inside. Is the connection better? And sit where I sat yesterday. I hope the connection is better now. Okay, great. The connection is better now. So we did the word accelerate. We did the word accelerate yesterday. So today, I want to do the word consensus. So consensus. It's a hard word to pronounce. And it is spelled C-O-N-S-E-N-S-U-S. So consensus. And this means to agree or a general agreement. So this means that most people agree on a topic. So a general consensus means that most people agree on a topic. So, an example of this. So, if you were to say that the Beatles, the famous Beatles, are one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Well, it is the general consensus that the Beatles are one of the greatest rock bands of all time. It means that most everybody agrees, or most everybody believes, that the Beatles are one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Now, the Beatles are one of my favorite bands, but most everybody agrees. Not all. There is a small amount that may say, no, they're terrible, they're not very good. But most everybody, the general consensus, the majority, or the population agree that they are the best. So a general consensus, or a consensus, means that everyone, or most everybody, agrees. So do you understand? Oh, great. In Italian, I have a comment that says in Italian it's very similar. It's the same, which is great. That makes it simpler for you. So I wrote down some sentences, and I'm going to use it in a sentence. So, one example is, I think the consensus, let me start over. Can't talk today. I think the consensus is that the law is unjust or unfair. So I think that the consensus is that the law is unjust or unfair. And then another example of this is, the group consensus was to end... Oh, can't read my own writing. Make sure that I read it right. I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay, the group consensus was to save the trapped people. So if there were people trapped in a boat or a cave, the group consensus or the group agreement would be to save those people, would be to save the people that are trapped. And this is a word you hear a lot in the United States. You hear it a lot everywhere, I think. In politics they use the word consensus a lot. I took a class on politics, on world politics, and they use the word consensus every day. You hear it 10 times, 20 times in the classroom. And it is over different laws, different things in society. So legalizing certain things. I know in the United States they're talking about legalizing marijuana is a popular topic, and the group consensus would be to legalize it or to not legalize it. And then the legalization of gay marriage, which just occurred in the United States, is another topic that is talked about a lot, and the group consensus is to legalize it. And this is awesome that I'm teaching this word, because it seems that the word consensus is used in many other languages too, and it has the same meaning, which is very interesting. I only knew that it was the same in Italian, but I didn't know that it was the same in other languages. So this is very cool. This is very cool. So remember to use the word consensus this week. So you know accelerate, which will be very useful in the future. So start using consensus. And yes, it is a Latin word. Yes, it is a Latin word. A lot of the words that are used on the TOEFL or IELTS exam will be words that come from the Latin language. So yes, use this word this week. So when you're talking to a friend and they are asking you about something, say the group consensus is this, or the group consensus is that. An example of this is whenever we are trying to find food to eat in a group, I always say the group consensus is to go eat Italian food today, or to go eat pizza, or to go eat cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers. So remember to use the word consensus this week, as well as accelerate. So, do I have any questions for today's lesson or for today's word? And it doesn't have to be about today's word. You can ask me any questions. I will be doing another video tonight. Oh, what is my favorite rock band? Oh, that's a good question. I have many favorite rock bands. My favorite older rock band is The Doors. And I also love Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin. And then bands that are very popular today, I love the Arctic Monkeys. The Arctic Monkeys, it's kind of a funny name, but the Arctic Monkeys. And Mumford & Sons is one of my favorite bands. I love Mumford & Sons. I saw them live. I saw them at a concert 2 weeks ago. They were very good. Do I have any other questions for today? I have a question. Explain the idiom, too many cooks spoil the broth. I haven't heard this idiom said in this way, but I've heard too many cooks in the kitchen is a bad thing. So too many cooks means that too many people working on something can sometimes make it more difficult to do the thing, or make it more difficult to come to an agreement. So too many cooks in the kitchen is a common phrase I hear in the United States. And to talk about it literally would be, if there are a lot of cooks trying to make food in a kitchen, it is very difficult to move, it is very difficult to cook because there's so many people. There's a lot of traffic or congestion. And so too many cooks in the kitchen means that there are too many people working on something, or too many people in a room. And it makes it very difficult to move, makes it very difficult to do things. So when I work out in the weight room, this is an example of too many cooks in the kitchen. When I work out in the weight room and the football team is in the weight room, there are many people, there are hundreds of people on the football team. And so let's say there are 100 people on a football team, and they're in the weight room, and I can't move, I can't go anywhere, I'm trapped. So that means there are too many cooks in the kitchen. They're not real cooks, obviously, but that just means there are a lot of people working on something, or there are a lot of people in one place. Does that help? I hope it does. Thank you for the hearts again. Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. Shows that I'm doing a good job. So I can take more questions. This is my time to give you and help you. Sorry if my shirt is distracting today. I love James Dean, and it's James Dean on my shirt, the famous actor. I love movies. I love movies. I have lots of movie shirts. Any more questions or comments for today?